Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be doing another Q&A video where I take your questions from Twitter and I answer them all in this video. Now, I just want to give a disclaimer for this video. I was actually sick all last night. I got like no hours of sleep, so I'm kind of running on like all adrenaline right now. So again, I want to apologize for just having one video out today. Typically, I hold myself to a standard of at least 2 videos for you guys, but I figured that this Q&A would be better than nothing because it's literally taking all the energy I have to get this Q&A video up for you guys. But anyways, we've got a lot of questions today, some about Liberty City, Lowriders Part 2, some future 2016 plans. It should still be a good one. So with that out of the way, let's not waste any more time, and of course, let's get it started. All right, so with all the craziness surrounding Liberty City, I guess it's fitting that we start with this question first, which comes from Chris Carrots. He says, how about do you think that if Liberty City DLC does come out, could Niko Bellic make a return for missions? Hashtag AskBoss. Now, this is actually really interesting. This is something that a lot of people, including myself, have kind of overlooked. I know that a lot of people are just like, well, you know, let's get to Liberty City first, then we can get about the little details. And if Liberty City does come out for some Grand Theft Auto 5 or GTA Online expansion, then I think that Niko being in missions is definitely a possibility. There's 2 checklists that kind of are good in terms of having him come back. One is that Niko is from the HD universe. For those of you guys that don't know, the HD universe is Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5, meaning that he is allowed to return in future games. And also, he's mentioned in like 5 or 6 different Easter eggs within the campaign of Grand Theft Auto 5. I know Lester brings him up. I know that you can like see his Life Invader page on Jimmy's website. So no doubt that the guys at Rockstar definitely have paid lots of tributes to Niko. It would just be a matter of if like you could get him into the game, whether it be for missions or whether it just like you see him in Liberty City, because I'm guessing that even though it's been 5 years, he's still there. The only issue with this is the guy who plays Niko Bellic, his voice actor and Rockstar, kind of had like a falling out. They're not the best of friends anymore. So I can imagine that would be the only hurdles. But I would love to see Niko Bellic. He's one of my favorite protagonists of all time. I would love to have him in the game. Our next question comes from Victor, and he says, what vehicle are you most excited for in the new Lowriders Part 2 DLC? Hashtag AskBoss. Now, although we don't know an official list of vehicles that are going to be coming with Lowriders Part 2, we really don't even know if Lowriders Part 2 is coming. It's just like the speculation of various leaks that have come out. I think that my favorite one is going to be the Slam van. I'll put an image on the screen right now for you so you guys can see. It's got this really sick livery on there. It reminds me of like a bullet from like Super Mario or like a metal shark. So it looks really awesome. I think that's my favorite vehicle. One, because I think the Slam van is super cool in and of itself, but it also kind of opens up another category of lowriders, lowrider trucks, which I think is pretty awesome as well. So I'm excited for the whole DLC itself, but I'm really excited for that Vapid Slam van, especially with that really cool livery on there. Our next question comes from Corey, and he says, hashtag AskBoss, what do you think about having a garage on your yacht to store your cars? Now, I think you're headed in the right direction with things I'd like to see on the yacht, but I don't know if a garage is one of them. One, because what would you be able to do with the car on your yacht? You certainly wouldn't be able to drive them. What I think would actually be cool is if there was like a storage facility for one car. So you know how the yacht has that really cool interior with like the bar and the hangout area, and it's also got the place where you can live. I think it would be cool to put like your most prized possession car and just show it off, have it like on display on the yacht. Because I know there's a lot of vehicles that I really like the Z-Type, that I'm not really driving around, that I think would look amazing on kind of its own little car display inside of the yacht. So you are headed in the right direction. I don't know about a full-fledged garage, but I wish there was a way to show off one of your vehicles on the yacht, kind of like a billionaire would have one of his prized possession cars that he doesn't really drive, but just wants to show it off to his friends and anyone that goes onto his ship. So yeah, like I said, I think you're headed in the right direction. I'm not sure about a garage, because really, where would you drive the cars? You couldn't get them anywhere, but I think that would be a great start. Magic Ozil says, do you think Rockstar will add a feature that allows you to have relationships, etc. in story mode, or have kids, or something along those lines? So I know that's one of the things that I miss the most from GTA 4 is the fact that the protagonist wasn't in a relationship with anyone or wasn't dating anyone. However, with the 3 in GTA 5, you have Michael, who's obviously married. You've got Trevor, who's like a crazy psychopath. You wouldn't think that he would be able to date anyone other than like Martin Madrazo's wife. And then you have Franklin, which is kind of, he's got like a thing with Tanisha. I don't really know what his love like is like. Maybe sometime down the line, Rockstar will expand into the relationship mode that was in Grand Theft Auto 4 and that I liked in that game so much. But honestly, I'm really not too sure because all the protagonists kind of have their own little motives. Michael already being married, and of course the other two I would never see getting into a relationship. But I still think that would be pretty cool. Rasmus Erickson says, what vehicle/vehicles are going to include in the Valentine's Day DLC? Now, Rasmus, I should clarify for you that there is no confirmed Valentine's Day DLC 2016 yet, but if there were vehicles to be added in that, I would want to see something along the lines of like classic cars, very similar to the Albany Roosevelt, which was a really cool car that I believe was used in like the 1920s and the 30s. I think it was a limousine back then. So more really classic and rare cars would be great for a Valentine's Day DLC 2016. Even if it was only one, I think Rockstar knows kind of the theme of that DLC already since they did it in 2014, and I think that they would be able to provide some awesome stuff in an update like that. But I'm thinking like old-timey kind of, mob-style vehicles would be really cool for a Valentine's Day update. Lawrence G says, do you think it would be cool if they added a new special gun shop for all future weapons like Benny's? You know, that's something I actually haven't thought about. We've talked about on previous Q&As how I'd like to see different body modification shops for various classifications of vehicles. So the Los Santos Custom Shop would be for everyday general cars. You obviously have Benny's Motorworks, which are for lowriders. I would like to see like a tuner one, maybe even like a supercar only body shop. I think that would be pretty awesome as well. But I'm not sure about weapons. That's kind of getting into more the first-person shooter category, more like something along the lines of Call of Duty would have. But I still think that's a cool idea to maybe implement a little bit more gun customization. Now, I don't think you would need like a full-blown shop, a weapon shop to do that. I'm guessing you could do that at the ammunition store. But I still think that's kind of headed in the right direction and would still be pretty fun. So I think that's a little bit geared more towards the first-person shooter, but I still like what you're going for there, and I think that would be really awesome. And our final question comes from Jonathan Desta, and he says, #AskBoss, do you think Rockstar is going to make another big DLC after Lowriders Part 2? Jonathan, I think all the DLCs going forward are going to be as big as GTA Online Lowriders and as the Executives and Other Criminals. I think Rockstar has raised their own bar to the point where they can't go back to making cookie-cutter DLCs, kind of like in the early 2014 and early 2015 timeline of GTA Online. So I think that they've raised their own bar where all the DLCs going forward are going to be pretty massive. And if you're a big fan of GTA like myself, that's awesome news. But anyways, that's all the information I have for you guys today in this Q&A video. Once again, I do apologize for only getting one video out today. And I just apologize for just being sick and not being able to get you guys the best and most up-to-date content. I should feel better a little bit later on today and certainly into tomorrow, where you can expect regular videos and possibly a live stream. But if you want to get involved in the next Q&A video, again, all you have to do is go down in the description, follow me on Twitter, and use the hashtag #AskBoss when you ask me a question. If you guys did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily Grand Theft Auto 5 videos like this. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.